And the pitch. Check swing, strike on the inside corner. The count is even at 1-1 strike. And a couple of days ago, we lost one of the greatest base stealers in the history of the game of baseball when Maury Wills passed away at the age of 89. Led the National League in stolen bases 6 consecutive seasons. He broke Ty Cobb's single-season stolen base record. Here's the pitch on the way, and it's up high for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. I believe it was 1962 when he was the National League MVP, when he just beat out Willie Mays for the honor. And Maury Wills stole 104 bases that year. Ty Cobb's record was 96. And Lou Brock came around and set the record. And then Ricky Henderson came around and broke that record and set a new one. Here's the pitch on the way. Check swing. It's a strike. And the count is on even on Bride now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ricky right here at Oakland when he swiped third base back in 1980. Stole the Major League record 130 bases. If he walked a couple of pitches later, sometimes he'd be standing on at third. 1 on 2 outs. The stretch, Robbie looking for strikeout number 201 of his season. Swinging a line shot to third, diving stop. Abraham Toro makes the catch, and he robs Bride of an extra base hit, and he saves a run. Abraham Toro diving catch to his right. What a play by Toro, and that's it for the Athletics in the bottom of the 5th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left on. We head to the top of the 6th. Home Street back score. The Mariners nothing and the Athletics nothing.
Just like us at Bears Radio, our friends at Office Revolution really get the game. They furnished a global sports marketing agency in Fulton Market that won Crane's coolest offices. They know work is not just about conference rooms. This space has leather couches, bar stools by the tap, and even stadium seating for brainstorming great plays. Office Revolution knows your office represents your culture, brand, and should be a space where the team wants to work. Visit office-revolution.com to see what they can do.
What would you do with an extra 20 hours a week? How about 40? Get part-time or full-time help with a virtual assistant from The Room. Trusted by entrepreneurs, executives, even busy families. The Room's virtual assistants are trained, vetted through a rigorous data-driven process, and matched to fit your needs. Work smarter, delegate more, and get your time back. You have a lot more programs to listen to. Visit trytheroom.com. That's trytheroom.com.
Come into Bell Tire today, and you'll get the lowest tire price, period. Like up to $150 off a set of 4 tires with brand names like Michelin, BF Goodrich, and Goodyear. You'll also get a guy who will give you free lifetime flat repairs, tire rotations, and alignment checks. Get up to $150 off a set of 4 tires, plus more free services, more out of your tires, and more for your money. It's how we make the lowest tire price feel even lower at Bell Tire. See store at belltire.com for details and offer expiration.
How's your mental health? I'm listening with Alanis Morissette.
When it first started, I would have my nightly panic attacks, but then I started getting really curious about all the sensations. Like I just really started looking at, okay, so chest is, I got really kind of granular in observing the details of what was really going on with the breath. It's just survival strategy. Chronic stress is trauma.
Join us for Odyssey's I'm Listening 2-hour national mental health conversation, Wednesday, September 21st at 6 p.m. Talk saves lives.
Top of the 6th inning tonight from the Oakland Coliseum. The Mariners and the A's, no score. Mariners with only 1 hit, and the Athletics have 3. But Robbie Ray now has 200 strikeouts on the season. We go to the top of the 6th for the play-by-play. Here's Gary.
The Mariners looking to get it going here. Just 2 hits in the series so far. A single by Mitch Haniger in the first. That's been it. 10 in a row knocked down by Caprillion. He'll face Toro to lead things off the pitch. It's inside, a ball. Caprillion, who usually has issues with walks too, has just allowed 1 free pass. That was to Cal back in the 2nd inning. Working quickly, winds, steals. Swung on, fouled. That's behind home plate. 1 ball, 1 strike, count even. Caprillion pitched well against Houston his last time out. Just 2 runs in 6 innings. He's picked up where he's left off. His 1-1. Swung on, a hard hit, but right into the shift. Scooped up there by Allen. Flings it to first base. 11 in a row knocked down as the out's recorded. Hit it hard, but in the wrong spot. Here comes J.P. Crawford, who's hit the best ball of the night for the Mariners. It was 103 off the bat. It drove Pinder to the wall, but stayed in the yard. So 1 out, 6th inning, no score, your Home Street Bank score. Here's the first pitch to JP. Pops the mitt on a heater. 0-1. Kaprelian, too, he's been pretty efficient as he works here in the 6th. 70 pitches for the 8th starter. Wines delivers. Breaking ball, strike. Same spot. No balls, 2 strikes. JP just kind of drops his head, looks at the dirt. Kicks away at the dirt. The batter's box steps out for a moment. Now climbs back in. No balls, 2 strikes. 1 out. 6th inning. No score. Kaprelian delivers. This one tight. A little bit upstairs, too, as Crawford bends out of the way. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Big opportunity for the Mariners tonight. Blue Jays have lost. The Rays have lost. So the 2 teams directly in front in the wild card chase have both gone down. Mariners can gain ground on both. 2.5 behind Toronto coming in. Here's the pitch. Outside. Count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. So they can make that 1.5 with a win. And with a win, the Mariners will jump over Tampa Bay into the 2nd spot. And remember, Tampa Bay and Toronto will play 4 games coming up. The 2-2. Swung on, spoiled foul, third base side. So starting tomorrow and then this weekend when the Mariners play the A's again and the Royals, Tampa Bay and Toronto will be playing each other. Two balls, 2 strikes. Kaprelian taking his time now. Puts a glove in front of his face. Winds, steals to JP. Swings and fouls it off to stay alive. 2 balls, 2 strikes. JP, the slightly open stance from the left side. Twirls the bat above his head, white batting gloves. Kaprelian and his white jersey top goes into the motion. Here's the pitch. Swung on, spoiled foul. A defensive swing by JP. That was a heater at 95 that he just stays alive with.
I like that because, he doesn't leave it up to the home plate umpire close enough. Maybe it was out of the strike zone, but he fights it off, grinds out the at-bat, and stays alive. He took that pitch right out of the glove of the catcher, Murphy.
We'll do it again. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swung on a chopper over Kaprelian's head. Charging hard, Allen. Gloves it. Throws on the move to first base in time. He's got the out. 12 in a row. Knocked down by Kaprelian. 2 outs here in the 6th. Let's pause for station identification on the Alaska Airlines Mariners Radio Network. Well, here's Julio. He has struck out twice so far in this game. 2 of the 5 punch-outs by Kaprelian. 12 in a row knocked down by the ace starter. He's only allowed 1 hit. A Haniger single way back in the 1st. Mariners looking to get something going here with 2 outs in the 6th. Pitch to Julio. Strike. Julio, after missing a couple of games, trying to get his rhythm back. It's such a good groove. What a great year it's been for the Mariners rookie. Pitch to Julio. Swung on, stroked into center field, base hit. So the Mariners, their 2nd knock of the ball game, a 2-out hit here in the 6th. And that ends the streak of 12 in a row set down by Kaprelian.
Was watching Julio on his way to first base, about halfway down the line, carried that bat with him, looked inside the dugout, said, come on, guys, let's go. Let's get something started. Base hit for Julio Rodriguez.
Julio is turned loose on the bases here. This will be an opportunity with 2 outs. As Ty France stands in, he's 0 for 2. He's grounded out twice. Julio, 27 bags on the season. Good lead at first base. 1 foot turned towards second. Caprellian from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Outside. Ball 1, and now the A's will get their bullpen going. Caprellian really has not been threatened in this game. Mariners have not advanced a runner to second base. 2 outs. Julio on first. Ty batting. Here's the pitch. Swung on, chopped foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. Good amount of Mariner fans here chanting, let's go Mariners. Out chanting the A's fans here at Rickey Henderson Field.
Now the A's fans trying to get louder.
They may be outnumbered, though.
Yeah.
1 ball, 1 strike. Julio at first base. Throw to first base. Julio back diving. He had that well timed. This is back safely. Julio, big smile on his face at first base. Caprellian has slowed it up now with the runner at first base. He's from the stretch. Ty France taps the plate. He would love to find a gap right here. Center fielder Pache pulled over towards right center. Julio, the lead at first. Throw to first base. He's back diving safely. Again, had it well timed as he huddles up with Christopher Negron at first base momentarily. Julio again, the lead at first base. Caprellian from the stretch. Comes set, the pitch. Just a touch inside, missed with a heater at 94, and now Ty France is ahead in the count. 2 balls and 1 strike. Mariners looking for the breakthrough. No score here in the 6th inning. Julio at first base. Ty the hitter. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Caprellian set from the stretch. His 2-1. Swung on, fouled off. That's behind home plate. Into the crowd, 2-2. Ty France, 20 home runs on the season, a career high. 24 doubles on the season. Be tough to gap left to right. Pache, the center fielder, playing deep. He's nearly in the shadows that consume the warning track here at the Coliseum. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Julio, good lead at first base. He looks ready to run. Caprellian is ready. Here's the pitch. Swung on, line drive center field, falling fast. Caprellian gets out of it as Pache makes the catch in center field, and the Mariners are put away here in the 6th. Pache can cover ground. He got a good jump on that one, and the Mariners turned away. So that's it. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. Still no score.
When people come before profit, convenience comes without compromise.
Just like us at Bears Radio, our friends at Office Revolution really get the game. They furnished a global sports marketing agency in Fulton Market that won Crane's coolest offices. They know work is not just about conference rooms. This space has leather couches, bar stools by the tap, and even stadium seating for brainstorming great plays. Office Revolution knows your office represents your culture, brand, and should be a space where the team wants to work. Visit office-revolution.com to see what they can do.
Looking for cloud, data, or web help? There's no tech shortage in the room. The Room is a talent community offering highly skilled, ready-to-work talent when you need it. The Room's tech talent is trained to Silicon Valley standards, vetted through a rigorous data-driven process, and individually matched to fit your needs. Find top-tier tech talent fast, just like the kind of people who developed this cool streaming app you're on right now. Visit trytheroom.com/tech.
Come into Bell Tire today and you'll get the lowest tire price, period. Like up to $150 off a set of 4 tires with brand names like Michelin, BF Goodrich, and Goodyear. You'll also get a guy who will give you free lifetime flat repairs, tire rotations, and alignment checks. Get up to $150 off a set of 4 tires, plus more free services, more out of your tires, and more for your money. It's how we make the lowest tire price feel even lower at Bell Tire. See store at belltire.com for details and offer expiration.
Get ready for Chicago Gourmet. This September 22nd through 25th, Chicago Gourmet is creating a stir with a weekend of spirited events, serving up delicious food, premium wines, spirits, and beer. Join world-class chefs Rick Bayless, Stephanie Izard, Danielle Boulou, Sarah Gruenberg, and more for gourmet fun on the Harris Theater rooftop at Millennium Park. Tickets will sell out. Get yours today at chicagogourmet.org. From the Illinois Restaurant Association, Southern Glazers Wine and Spirits, and Choose Chicago.
Punch shots in this game. He's collected number 200 on the season. He'll face Sean Murphy here to lead things off. Murphy, the most dangerous A's hitter. 18 home runs on the season. He's walked. He's flown to center. Hasn't always been easy for Robbie Ray, but he's kept the A's off the board. Here's his pitch. That's down low. A slider that misses. 1 ball, no strikes. Ray just now over 90 pitches. Mariners bullpen working. It's probably it for Robbie. Trying to get through the 6th. Here's the pitch to Murphy. Swing and a miss. He took a wave at a good slider. Evens things up. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ray with 200 strikeouts. He's the 7th pitcher in baseball this year to cross over the 200 mark. It's a good group. Ray into the wind. Here's the pitch. Swung on, a chopper to third base, charging hard Toro. Now waits for it, picks it up off the shoe tops. Low throw to first, dug out Ty France, and they have the out at first base. 1 away.
That's a tough pick right there because that's the one that lands in front of you about maybe 3 feet, 4 feet. You just don't know if it's going to flatten out or come up high, and Ty kept his glove down low, stayed on the same plane as the throw. Nice pick by Ty.
Now, the problem in Oakland, if the ball gets by the first baseman, depending on where it goes, I mean, the runner can get third.
Yeah, you can run all day.
Here's Pinder. Ray into the motion. Here's the pitch. That's upstairs. Raise your hand, unless you're driving, of course, if it feels like Chet Pinder has been an Oakland A for the last 20 years. With the same walk-up. Son.
Can I put my hand down now?
Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Yeah.
All his buddies are gone.
It's only been 7, but it feels like much longer than that.
Bassett, Canna, Minaya,
Yeah.
Chapman, Olsen.
He's got to look
Marquez,
around.
Trevino. Gone.
Where did everybody go?
Yeah.
Here's the Ray 1-1. Swung on, a hard hit. Racing in, though, Frazier in the shift, just off the right side of second, whips it to first in time. That's out number 2. Well, the Mariners excited to celebrate Fan Appreciation Weekend starting Friday, September 30th. The Fireworks Spectacular, presented by T-Mobile. Don't miss the final fireworks night of the season. Mariners will take on these A's at 6:40. Get your tickets at mariners.com/fireworks. Here's Garcia. He has struck out, bounced into a double play. Robbie Ray, 96 pitches. Looking to blank the A's through 6. The pitch. Strike right on the edge. 0-1. Munoz in the pen, ready to go. Ray getting close to the end of the line. He has done his part. No runs allowed. He has fanned 6. Ready to deal here. Ray into the motion. Delivers. Not close. He grunts a fastball out of the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. Mariners, no runs, 2 hits. A's, no runs, 3 hits. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. A waving cut at a slider. Now Ray in the driver's seat. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 99 pitches. Trying to make number 100 a strikeout to punctuate his night. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2. Outside. Had an extra grunt to that heater. Misses out of the zone at 94. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs. Base is empty. 6th inning. No score. Robbie Ray standing tall on the hill. Looking for strikeout number 7. Ray into the motion. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Got it by him at 94. Garcia hacks through. And Robbie Ray, strikeout number 7. What a night here in Oakland as he blanks the A's through 6 innings. Robbie Ray, dynamite tonight for the Mariners. That's now
to work. Visit office-revolution.com to see what they can do.
Ready to improve your bottom line? The Room can match you with a top financial analyst. Trusted by small businesses, startups, and entrepreneurs, The Room's virtual financial analysts are highly trained, vetted through a rigorous data-driven process, and matched to fit your needs. Drive business growth with a virtual financial analyst from The Room. It's like listening to all the financial programs rolled into one. Get started today at trytheroom.com. That's trytheroom.com.
Come into Bell Tire today and you'll get the lowest tire price, period. Like up to $150 off a set of 4 tires with brand names like Michelin, BF Goodrich, and Goodyear. You'll also get a guy who will give you free lifetime flat repairs, tire rotations, and alignment checks. Get up to $150 off a set of 4 tires, plus more free services, more out of your tires, and more for your money. It's how we make the lowest tire price feel even lower at Bell Tire. See store at belltire.com for details and offer expiration.
Looking for stories about the Black community and you don't want to wait until, February? Then check out Beyond Black History Month, the podcast that tells inclusive stories year-round. Like how today's labor movement is connected to the civil rights movement, and why Black neighborhoods keep getting hit with water crisis after water crisis.
We're still being charged for water that we can't use.
Listen and subscribe to Beyond Black History Month on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts from.
for the Mariners in this one. The A's only 3. Caprillion and Ray have gone toe-to-toe in this one. Robbie Ray, his night is done. As the Mariners action in their bullpen, they'll take over. A's have their bullpen working. The first pitch to Mitch. Swing and a miss, a waving cut. And a slider that misses. Or he misses a slider, rather. 0-1. Shift on against Haniger. Caprillion, 1 foot in front of the other. Goes into the motion. His pitch. Swung on a chopper to third base, scooped up there by Noyes. He spins around, fires it across the diamond in time to get Haniger. That's 1 away.
Now batting, number 41, Carlos Santana.
That brings up Carlos Santana. We've talked about Santana crushing homers recently. Now would be a good time for one. Santana 7 homers in his last 10 games. As he strolls to the plate. Caprillion at 86 pitches. If you're wondering, the most home runs for the Mariners in any 10-game stretch, no surprise. King Griffey Jr. had 9. Here's the pitch to Carlos. Swing and a miss. He was going for it. He missed a changeup. In 1994, he had 9 homers in a 10-game period.
And he had that record stretch of home runs in 8 consecutive games.
The 0-1. Bounces in, count even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Eric Swanson getting loose for the Mariners. Robbie Ray over 100 pitches. He's done. Caprillion has only gone over 100 pitches once this year. He's at 88. He's retired 14 of 15. The Julio single is it. That happened last inning. He's given up a Mitch single, a Julio single, and a Cal walk. Those are all the base runners for the M's. The pitch to Santana. Breaking ball, a strike at the knees. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
As we said at the start of the broadcast too, Gary, this is his 5th start against the Mariners, so they know this guy.
Yeah. Very familiar. The 1-2. That's a touch low. Count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. George Kirby gets the ball tomorrow for the Mariners. Mariners are hoping it's for a series win. Trying to claw out a victory here. It's really all that matters. They just want to get the win one way or another. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 6 for Caprillion. He's retired 15 of 16. He continues to roll. 2 away. Well, the Mariners return home for a 4-game series against the Tigers, October 3rd through October 5th, including a doubleheader on the 4th. You can get your tickets for that at mariners.com. Can't wait to be back home in front of that crowd. Final week and change of the season with so much on the line as Jesse Winker stands in. The pitch to him. Swung on, hot shot up the middle. Dive by Allen. Gets up to his feet, throws to first base in time to get the out. He robs Jesse Winker. What a smooth play by the A's shortstop right behind the bag at second. Incredible. And that's it for the Mariners in the 7th. 1-2-3 they go. Caprillion ends his night retiring 16 of 17. Wow. We go to the bottom of the 7th. No score.
Summer baseball has your attention, but do your finances?
Just like us at Bears Radio, our friends at Office Revolution really get the game. They furnished a global sports marketing agency in Fulton Market that won Crane's coolest offices. They know work is not just about conference rooms. This space has leather couches, bar stools by the tap, and even stadium seating for brainstorming great plays. Office Revolution knows your office represents your culture, brand, and should be a space where the team wants to work. Visit office-revolution.com to see what they can do.
Looking for cloud, data, or web help? There's no tech shortage in the room. The Room is a talent community offering highly skilled, ready-to-work talent when you need it. The Room's tech talent is trained to Silicon Valley standards, vetted through a rigorous data-driven process, and individually matched to fit your needs. Find top-tier tech talent fast, just like the kind of people who developed this cool streaming app you're on right now. Visit trytheroom.com/tech.
How's your mental health? I'm listening with Michael Phelps.
You know, I think for me in 2014, when I found myself in that dark place where I didn't want to be alive in those 4 days when I was in my room by myself, I wanted to find a different way. I wanted to find a different answer. I was sick and tired of feeling how I felt. And that's why I started to seek help. And that's when I checked myself into a treatment center.
Join us for Odyssey's I'm Listening 2-hour national mental health conversation, Wednesday, September 21st at 6 p.m. Talk saves lives.
That bell means there's a new tire store in Yorkville, Bell Tire. It also means you'll get up to $200 off a set of 4 tires at our grand opening sale. We want you to come get tires, but we don't want you to come back until you have to. That's why Bell Tire will give you up to $200 off 4 tires, plus more free lifetime tire services to help you get more out of your tires. $200 off 4 tires. What are you waiting for? Come get the lowest tire price, period, at Bell Tire. See store at belltire.com for details. Now open on Market View Drive.
Tire Center's doing the right thing since 1952. Mariners and A's. Bottom of the 7th we go. No score. Your Home Street Bank score. Robbie Ray's night is done. He was excellent. 7 strikeouts in 6 innings. Did not allow a run. Eric Swanson takes over. He'll face Diaz here to lead things off in the 7th inning. Diaz singled twice against Robbie Ray. Swanson, first base side of the rubber, delivers. Inside, missed with the fastball. 1-0. Talked a lot about Aaron Judge tonight, who did not homer, hit a couple of doubles, but no home run. The other home run watch, Albert Pujols. He's in the lineup against the Padres. The pitch inside. Take a look at the Northwest Chevy Silverado scoreboard. Stealing the show, though, is Blake Snell. He is no-hitting St. Louis in the 7th inning. He's gone 6 2/3 with 12 strikeouts. Here's the pitch. Off the plate. 3 balls and no strikes. Albert in that game, he's DHing. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Swanson from the belt. His pitch. Way inside, and that's a leadoff walk to Diaz. A dangerous walk as the A's will put the go-ahead run at first base. Here comes Machine.
Time now to break out that splitter, get that ground ball double play. The Mariners turned the double play nicely 5-4-3 in the fourth.
Mariners, no runs, 2 hits. A's, no runs, 3 hits. There has not even been a lot of traffic on either side. The A's did put a runner at second base in the first inning. Mariners cannot make that claim. So Machine batting here. Here's the pitch. That's strike at the knees. Almost feels like the A's kind of playing into Swanson's strength here as they send up Machine to bat from the left side against Swanson, who has dominated lefties this year. Essentially, their lefty specialist out of the bullpen. As time call, he steps out. Runner at first base, no outs. No balls and a strike. Swanson trying to hang another 0 on the A's. The pitch. Bounces in. Nice stop there by Cal. Cal, who has made it through the entire game so far, which is good news. That wasn't a sure thing coming in, given his thumb situation. He's battled through it. He's stayed in there. Luis Torrens on the active roster now for the Mariners. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swanson. Here's his pitch. Swung on, stroked down the right field line towards the Mariners bullpen, and it's foul. Munoz is up again throwing. He's getting loose in case this situation gets sticky. Haniger came way over to pick up the ball that was loose and threw it to the fan in right field. Diaz steps off a cautious lead at first base. Swanson, his pitch. Swung on, hit the other way. It's a fair ball rolling towards the corner. Winker racing over, picks it up. Around second base, Diaz steams into third. Winker drops it. He's being waved in. The cutoff throw by Frazier to home plate, not in time. Head first slide, safe as Diaz, and the A's are on the board. 1-0 Oakland.
Jesse had a little problem trying to come up with the ball cleanly in that corner. As he got to it, the ball got away from him, then got farther back out there down the left field line, and that's when Diaz was able to turn on the Jets and come around to score, but a double for Machine, and the A's have the first run of the night.
So the Mariners, if they're going to get this one, they'll have to come from behind to do it, and still some hot water here with the runner at second base and nobody out. Woodworth out to talk to Swanson. This meeting to the mound brought to you by Geico. Switch to Geico today. See all the ways you could save. It's easy. Just go to geico.com to get a rate quote. Get started seeing how much you could save.
Gary, Robbie Ray, when he was out there for 6 innings, he walked a few guys, but they came with 2 outs, so he had a chance to get out of trouble, which he did, but a leadoff walk, and that usually comes around to get you.
Pache will be the hitter here. He'll bat with the runner at second base. There's no outs and 1 in. Oakland has taken the lead 1-0. Mariners have been very quiet offensively for the second straight night here in Oakland. So Swanson looks at second, his pitch. Joe's bunt pops in the air behind home plate. That's foul. So maybe the A's playing for 1 run. Swanson would love a strikeout right here. Corner's playing in. They're expecting another bunt. France in on the grass. Same with Toro. Swanson from the stretch is set. Here's his pitch. Shows bunt again, whips the bat back, takes it high. Count even, 1 ball, 1 strike.
You really see Ty France crash it over at first base. Eric Swanson's got to cover that third base side. If it's not a good bunt, you want Toro to head on back to third base to see if you can get Machine heading for third if Pache is able to get the bunt down.
He was the 200th strikeout victim for Robbie Ray this year. The pitch, breaking ball low. 2-1 on the center fielder for Oakland. 2 balls, 1 strike. Runner at second. Drumbeat continues here in Oakland. Swanson staring at second. Here's his pitch. Low again. 3 balls and 1 strike. He was showing bunt again, but took the bat back. 3 balls, 1 strike. See if the bunt is still on here. Or does he get a chance to swing away? Mariners still playing for the bunt. Corners crashing. Ty is really cheating in at first base. The 3-1 from Swanson. Here it is. Shows bunt, takes the bat back. This time it's a strike over the corner. That was outside. Mariners get a break. That should have been ball 4. Pache thought it was ball 4. He started to wander to first base. That had a little yell, too. You have to be careful with that if you're the hitter after a called strike. Full count now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Runner at second. Here's the pitch. Swung on, broken bat looper. Right field, dropping fast. It is down, a base hit in front of Haniger. The third base goes Machine, and now runners on the corners with no outs here in the 7th inning. A broken bat leader to right field. And that's going to be it. With Munoz ready. And it's going to take some punch outs here to get out of this mess. Runners on the corners. No outs. 1 in already. Oakland leads 1-0. New pitcher on when we come back right after this.
At Valley Buick GMC in Auburn, they have exactly what you need to work, live, and play like a pro, like the all-new 2022.
Just like us at Bears Radio, our friends at Office Revolution really get the game. They furnished a global sports marketing agency in Fulton Market that won Crane's coolest offices. They know work is not just about conference rooms. This space has leather couches, bar stools by the tap, and even stadium seating for brainstorming great plays. Office Revolution knows your office represents your culture, brand, and should be a space where the team wants to work. Visit office-revolution.com to see what they can do.
What would you do with an extra 20 hours a week? How about 40? Get part-time or full-time help with a virtual assistant from the room. Trusted by entrepreneurs, executives, even busy families. The Room's virtual assistants are trained, vetted through a rigorous data-driven process, and matched to fit your needs. Work smarter, delegate more, and get your time back. You have a lot more programs to listen to. Visit trytheroom.com. That's trytheroom.com.
Come into Bell Tire today, and you'll get the lowest tire price, period. Like up to $150 off a set of 4 tires with brand names like Michelin, BF Goodrich, and Goodyear. You'll also get a guy who will give you free lifetime flat repairs, tire rotations, and alignment checks. Get up to $150 off a set of 4 tires, plus more free services, more out of your tires, and more for your money. It's how we make the lowest tire price feel even lower at Bell Tire. See store at belltire.com for details and offer expiration.
Looking for stories about the Black community and you don't want to wait until, February? Then check out Beyond Black History Month, the podcast that tells inclusive stories year-round. Like how today's labor movement is connected to the civil rights movement, and why Black neighborhoods keep getting hit with water crisis after water crisis.
We're still being charged for water that we can't use.
Listen and subscribe to Beyond Black History Month on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts from.
As we're 58 2/3 inning, giving up only 39 hits, 15 walks, and 90 strikeouts. And you need a bunch of strikeouts right here to keep Machine over there at third and Pache at first base. 1-0 Oakland. So that's it for Eric Swanson. And Munoz on in relief here in the bottom of the 7th inning. 1-0 A's.
Strikeouts are his specialty. He could use a couple right here. Nick Allen, who's 0 for 2. Runners at the corners. Mariners already trailing 1-0. Munoz set. Here's his pitch. Tried to bunt and missed it. That's a strike. A safety squeeze. As Machine at third base was charging. See if they try that again. 0-1. Allen has struggled at the plate this year. His pitch shows bunt again and bunts it back to the screen. No balls and 2 strikes. This is not where Allen wanted to be. Down 0-2 to Munoz. That was a slider he bunted back at 92. Munoz, his last 38 innings, has 65 strikeouts. That's a hefty number. Looking for one right here. Runners on the corners, no outs. 9th man up here for Oakland. Munoz standing straight up and down set. His 0-2. Outside, Allen declines to go after a slider. Off the plate at 91. Munoz wearing navy sleeves on a night that's getting cool. Temperatures just hovering above 60 degrees here in Oakland. He's been at the waist, staring in. Now straightens up. Runners take their leads at the corners. Munoz is 1-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. The slider. Big strikeout. First out of the inning. As Allen goes down swinging. Now, strikeout won't be so easy here against Tony Kemp. Doesn't strike out much at all. One of the lowest K rates you'll find.
And this guy likes to swing at a first pitch. Every time he goes up there, Gary, you got to throw a slider down to see if he hits a hard ground ball to Frazier at second base because he's a tough man to double up with his speed.
So runners at first and third, 1 out now. Mariners trailing 1-0. Kemp the hitter. He's been such a problem for the Mariners. Here's the pitch from Munoz. That's way outside. Cal goes lunging to keep it in front. By the way, it's called to the bullpen. And this helping hand brought to you by Seattle's Union Gospel Mission. They're helping men, women, and children break the cycle of homelessness and start new lives. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out, 2 on. Trying to keep it a 1-0 game. Munoz. His pitch. Swung on line, drive center field. That's a hit. Coming to scores Machine. Oakland has added another run. It's now 2-0. Tony Kemp continues to be a problem.
Well, just like last night, Gary, the A's, when they score, they put hits together in bunches. They got 3 runs to the bottom of the 5th inning in last night's ball game. It went 4-1 after the Mariners had the early lead in an inning in the 2nd inning last night where they had the chance to do even more damage. And now tonight, the A's bunch some hits together and get 2 here in the bottom of the 7th inning to take a 2-0 lead.
Now Oakland will bring their biggest bats on the bench to start this game in. Seth Brown will come up to pinch hit. He'll replace Bride, who struck out a couple of times. So Brown has some pop. The runners at first and second. 1 out, 2 in. It's 2-0 Oakland. Mariners have been very quiet offensively, 2nd night in a row. Munoz delivers to Brown. Half cut. Tried to hold back, couldn't. A slider he missed. 0-1. Munoz has been so good out of the bullpen. Ridiculous strikeout rate. He's been one of the best relievers in the game this year. Trying to put out the fire. The 0-1. Slider misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. You go back to a home run that he gave up in Boston. His last 36 games, he has an ERA just over 1. 9 walks and 65 punch-outs. No home runs allowed. Just 5 earned runs in that span. It's been ridiculous. There's 1-1. Swung on, could be two. Behind the bag, J.P. Crawford fields it, steps on second. The throw to first base, not in time. Brown just beats it out. Broken bat, softly hit. Crawford tried his best to get it to first, just a little tardy. So now runners on the corners, but 2 outs. Chase scrambles to third. And here's Sean Murphy. This will not be easy. Murphy, the best hitter for Oakland. 18 home runs on the season. Two nothing A's. Threatening for more. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. JP playing deep at his position. Frazier pulled over near behind the bag at second. Small lead at first base by Brown. Munoz delivers. Swung on a chopper right back in front of home plate. Picked up by Cal Raleigh. Has to hurry into first base. Does to get the out. It just stayed fair down the line. Cal, a rocket to first base to get the final out, but damage done. The A's push 2 across here in the 7th inning. We go to the 8th. Mariners down 2-0.
Just like us at Bears Radio, our friends at Office Revolution really get the game. They furnished a global sports marketing agency in Fulton Market that won Crane's coolest offices. They know work is not just about conference rooms. This space has leather couches, bar stools by the tap, and even stadium seating for brainstorming great plays. Office Revolution knows your office represents your culture, brand, and should be a space where the team wants to work. Visit office-revolution.com to see what they can do.
What would you do with an extra 20 hours a week? How about 40? Get part-time or full-time help with a virtual assistant from the room. Trusted by entrepreneurs, executives, even busy families. The Room's virtual assistants are trained, vetted through a rigorous data-driven process, and matched to fit your needs. Work smarter, delegate more, and get your time back. You have a lot more programs to listen to. Visit trytheroom.com. That's trytheroom.com.
This September, Chicago Gourmet is going Uberboard. Join host Chef Sarah Gruenberg for Prost in the Park, a new Oktoberfest-style event with chef takes on classic German delights, Upa bands, fun cocktails, and delicious craft beer. From familiar favorites to a big collection of local craft breweries, get ready to toast at this Sunday Fun Day on the Harris Theater rooftop at Millennium Park. Prost in the Park, Sunday, September 25th. Tickets at chicagogourmet.org. Presented by Performance Food Service.
Come into Bell Tire today, and you'll get the lowest tire price, period. Like up to $150 off a set of 4 tires with brand names like Michelin, BF Goodrich, and Goodyear. You'll also get a guy who will give you free lifetime flat repairs, tire rotations, and alignment checks. Get up to $150 off a set of 4 tires, plus more free services, more out of your tires, and more for your money. It's how we make the lowest tire price feel even lower at Bell Tire. See store at belltire.com for details and offer expiration.
You know those headlines that make you stop scrolling and actually read an article? I'm Mike Rogers. Those are the kinds of stories I'm diving into on my podcast, Something Offbeat, like the caterpillar infestation in Maine that had us rethinking our relationship with insects.
We were talking about a time 300 million years ago, if you can imagine. There was a dragonfly. It had a 2-foot wingspan.
Just search for Something Offbeat in the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
How's your mental health? I'm listening with Michael Phelps.
You know, I think for me in 2014, when I found myself in that dark place where I didn't want to be alive in those 4 days when I was in my room by myself, I wanted to find a different way. I wanted to find a different answer. I was sick and tired of feeling how I felt. And that's why I started to seek help. And that's when I checked myself into a treatment center.
Join us for Odyssey's I'm Listening 2-hour national mental health conversation, Wednesday, September 21st at 6 p.m. Talk saves lives.
Just a couple of days ago, the Mariners scored 9 in a 9-1 win over the Angels. Next pitch swung on, fly ball into right field and shallow toward the line. On the run is Pinder. Pinder gets there in time to make the catch. And there's 1 out for the Mariners here in the top of the 8th inning. 2-0 A's. Let's pause for station identification. This is the Alaska Airlines Mariners Radio Network. One away for the Mariners. Here's second baseman. No, this is going to be Sam Haggerty. Here comes Haggerty out to pinch hit for Frazier. So Sam trying to get something going with one out here in the eighth. Puck ready, and he delivers outside for ball one. Slider at 87 miles an hour. Puck sports a big, thick red beard from ear to ear. Looks in, has a sign from Sean Murphy. The stretch and the pitch. Swinging a fly ball into shallow right field. Kemp racing out, going back, slides, and he makes the over-the-shoulder catch. Runs out from underneath his cat. Tony Kemp had a long way to go. And holy smokes, he gets there in time to rob Sam Haggerty of a base hit. Shallow fly ball into right field. Kemp was shaded toward the bag at second. He had to race out, win to a slide, running away from the infield. And he gets there in time for the second out of the inning. 2 down, and that'll bring up third baseman Abraham Toro. Oh, wait a second. This is Torrens, Luis Torrens. The bat for Toro just activated. He's been here for the last couple of days. Here's the pitch on the way, and it's down low to Torrens for ball one. Coming up a few days ago from AAA Tacoma. He was basically here on a taxi squad because Kirk Casale's wife was getting ready to give birth any day now. Here's the stretch and the pitch to Torrens. Swung on, popped up and out of play in the first base side, and the count evens on Torrens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Mariners making a couple of roster moves. If you haven't heard today, the Mariners have called up Luis, and also outfielder Jared Kelnick is here. And Scott Service said Kelnick is going to get a chance to play. Stretch and the pitch on the way, swinging a ground ball foul on the third base side, and the count 1-2. And when he's not in the lineup, he'll have a chance to pinch hit, play some defense, pinch run, try to steal a base. Mariners have taken off the roster. Jake Lamb, who's been DFA, designated for assignment, along with Taylor Trammell, has been sent out. Here's a swing and a fly ball into right field, fairly deep. Pinder going back to the one. He tracked to the wall, leaps up, and it's gone. Welcome back, Luis Torrens. His first game back, just called up from AAA Tacoma, is an opposite field home run to straightaway right, and the Mariners are finally on the board. Here in the top of the 8th inning, it's now the A's 2 and the Mariners 1. How about that? Luis Torrens with a home run to right field. It was a fastball that was up and away, got his hands up there. He was able to go get it. A 2-1 ball game. And here is J.P. Crawford. Well, the Mariners looking for some life, and they got some off the bat of Torrens. 2-1 Oakland. Here's the stretch by Puck. He delivers, and it's a slider for a strike on the outside corner. 0-1. Man, that is tough to do. Get a pitch up there, up and away. But he got there. Got the barrel there. The stretch and the 0-1 to JP, and that's up and in for ball one. 1 ball and 1 strike. And for the Mariners, only the 3rd hit of the night. Mitch Haniger had a solid single back in the 1st. Julio Rodriguez, a solid single in the 6th. There's the pitch, swung on, ground ball left side, 2-hopper right to Nick Allen, the shortstop, the throw to first in time to get Crawford, and that's going to end the inning. However, the Mariners get on the board here in the top of the 8th. 1 run, 1 hit. The home run, the pinch hit home run by Luis Torrens. And we head to the bottom of the 8th. It's now the A's 2 and the Mariners 1.
Hot diggity dog. The Mariners steal a base. They're reason hot.
Get ready for Chicago Gourmet. This September 22nd through 25th, Chicago Gourmet is creating a stir with a weekend of spirited events, serving up delicious food, premium wines, spirits, and beer. Join world-class chefs Rick Bayless, Stephanie Izard, Danielle Boulou, Sarah Gruenberg, and more for gourmet fun on the Harris Theater rooftop at Millennium Park. Tickets will sell out. Get yours today at chicagogourmet.org. From the Illinois Restaurant Association, Southern Glazers Wine and Spirits, and Choose Chicago.
Membership fees apply after free trial. Cancel anytime. Guys, are you trying to stay in 20-year-old shape into your 30s and 40s and finding it, well, impossible? Then you need to listen to this. Beachbody, the company that revolutionized getting ripped at home with P90X and Insanity, has a brand new program just for you called Lift 4. It's part lift, it's part hit, with total body shredding results in just 30 to 40 minutes a day, right at home on the Beachbody On Demand app. That's how you get killer results as an adult. Go to beachbody.com to sign up now, and you can try Live 4 for free. That's beachbody.com.
Just like us at Bears Radio, our friends at Office Revolution really get the game. They furnished a global sports marketing agency in Fulton Market that won Crane's coolest offices. They know work is not just about conference rooms. This space has leather couches, bar stools by the tap, and even stadium seating for brainstorming great plays. Office Revolution knows your office represents your culture, brand, and should be a space where the team wants to work. Visit office-revolution.com to see what they can do.
Ready to improve your bottom line? The Room can match you with a top financial analyst. Trusted by small businesses, startups, and entrepreneurs, The Room's virtual financial analysts are highly trained, vetted through a rigorous data-driven process, and matched to fit your needs. Drive business growth with a virtual financial analyst from The Room. It's like listening to all the financial programs rolled into one. Get started today at trytheroom.com. That's trytheroom.com.
The eighth inning, it's now the Athletics 2 and the Mariners 1. Luis Torrens with a pinch hit home run the other way on a fastball from A.J. Puck. Home run to right field. 2-1 Oakland. We head to the bottom of the eighth inning. The right-hander Diego Castillo takes over in relief, and now Dylan Moore takes over at third base for Abraham Toro. Torrens pinch hit for Toro in that top of the eighth inning. Chad Pinder to lead things off for the A's. And here are the numbers for Diego. 7-3 record with a 3.97 ERA. Delivers, swing and a miss at a slider in the count, 0-1. This is his 53rd appearance of the year. Diego 6 saves, 6 save opportunities. He's worked 47 2/3 innings, given up 38 hits, 22 walks, and 48 strikeouts. The windup and the 0-1 fastball inside off the plate and gets away from Cal Raleigh all the way to the backstop. And it's 1-1 on Pinder. Both teams finally scoring late in the ball game. It was a scoreless tie through 6.5. Oakland got 2 in the bottom of the 7th inning. And the Mariners a run in the top of the 8th. Oakland with a right-hander warming up down the left field line of their bullpen. The windup and the 1-1 to Pinder. Inside again for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Acevedo came in late in the ball game last night. Looks like he's warming up again for Oakland. The 2-1 pitch, swinging a ground ball right side. Off to his left is Frazier. Scoops it up, throws the first in time to get Pinder. And the A's have 1 out here in the bottom of inning number 8. 2-1 Oakland. Say, friends, the Dream Team School Assembly Program presented by PNC Bank will visit elementary schools in the Pacific Northwest throughout the upcoming school year. To find out how you can bring the Moose and his Dream Team to your school, visit mariners.com/education. It's always a lot of fun to visit with the kids. Bring the ball players to a lot of the schools in our neighborhoods. Here's Dermis Garcia, right-handed hitter, and he takes a strike, a slider, 0-1 from Castillo. Another fun thing we do during the offseason in January, the winter caravans going around the Pacific Northwest, up to Vancouver, down to Portland, over to Spokane. Here's a swing, little tapper, back to the mound, picked up by Diego. The throw to first, in time to get Garcia. And right away, 2 outs for the Athletics here in the bottom of the 8th. When we get to the top of the 9th inning, due up for the Mariners, Julio Rodriguez, Ty France, and Mitch Haniger. The Mariners looking for another come-from-behind win. Here is Stephen Vogt coming up to pinch hit. Vogt to bat for Jordan Diaz. So here's Vogt. Vogt's been around for a long time, makes his home in Centralia. Left-handed hitter. Infield way back, and the Mariners have the shift on for Vogt. Second baseman Frazier way out there in right field. The windup and the pitch on the way. Vogt with a swing and a miss. Nasty slider down and in. And it's 0-1. Coming to you early tomorrow morning Pre-game show at 11:30, day baseball right from the Oakland Coliseum. It'll be George Kirby against Adrian Martinez. Kirby 7-4 on the year. Martinez 4-5. Here's the pitch outside for ball one. 1 ball and 1 strike. George's last outing was last Saturday against the Angels. 2-1 loss, but he pitched very well. Went 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, 1 walk, and he struck out 8. He has been very impressive his rookie year. The windup and the 1-1 to Vogt, swinging a shot foul down the right field line, out of play into the crowd. Bangs off an empty seat, and the count is now 1-2. 4,020 here at the Oakland Coliseum tonight. AAA team up in Las Vegas drew 7,000 fans this evening. Diego looking for a quick third out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Get that offense back to work after Torrens gave the Mariners their 1 run in the top of the inning. Here's the pitch on the way, swinging a ground ball, hugging that first base line behind the bag. Ty France, underhand flip to Diego at the bag, and it's in time to get Vogt, and that's going to retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. We go to the top of the 9th inning. Due up, Julio Rodriguez, Ty France, and Mitch Haniger. We go to the 9th. It's the A's 2 and the Mariners 1.
This September, Chicago Gourmet is going Uberboard. Join host Chef Sarah Gruenberg for Prost in the Park. New Oktoberfest-style event with chef takes on classic German delights, Upa bands, fun cocktails, and delicious craft beer. From familiar favorites to a big collection of local craft breweries, get ready to toast at this Sunday Fun Day on the Harris Theater rooftop at Millennium Park. Prost in the Park, Sunday, September 25th. Tickets at chicagogourmet.org. Presented by Performance Food Service.
Just like us at Bears Radio, our friends at Office Revolution really get the game. They furnished a global sports marketing agency in Fulton Market that won Crane's coolest offices. They know work is not just about conference rooms. This space has leather couches, bar stools by the tap, and even stadium seating for brainstorming great plays. Office Revolution knows your office represents your culture, brand, and should be a space where the team wants to work. Visit office-revolution.com to see what they can do.
Looking for cloud, data, or web help? There's no tech shortage in the room. The Room is a talent community offering highly skilled, ready-to-work talent when you need it. The Room's tech talent is trained to Silicon Valley standards, vetted through a rigorous data-driven process, and individually matched to fit your needs. Find top-tier tech talent fast, just like the kind of people who developed this cool streaming app you're on right now. Visit trytheroom.com/tech.
Fantasy football leagues are won on the waiver wire, and with trades, and with savvy starter sit decisions. The Fantasy Football Today podcast will help you along the way with the best advice on how to manage your team and dominate your league. With 8 episodes per week, Fantasy Football Today is the only resource you'll need. Start sit, grade the trade, fantasy cops to settle your league disputes, and so much more. Check out Fantasy Football Today anywhere podcasts are found.
Mariners getting a run in the 8th on a home run by Luis Torrens. Due up for the Mariners, Julio Rodriguez, Ty France, Mitch Haniger to face hard-throwing right-hander Domingo Acevedo. So here is Acevedo on in relief. Acevedo worked in last night's ball game, a scoreless inning, and he had a strikeout in the 9th. Acevedo 3-3 with a 3.39 ERA, 66th appearance of the year, 3 saves on the season. Here we go. And any one of these 3 guys can tie up the ball game with one swing of the bat. Julio Rodriguez with a solid base hit, 1 for 3. Single his last time up in the 6th inning. Did have this kid back in the lineup, out for a few days with a stiff lower back. Here's the stretch. Acevedo delivers, and it's a slider low and outside for ball 1, as he didn't show Julio a first pitch fastball he could crank out of here and tie up the game. Just over 4,000 tonight here at the Oakland Coliseum. The temperature is really cooling off from the 5th inning on tonight. 2-1 Oakland, the stretch, and the 1-0 pitch on the way to Julio, swinging a chopper, fouled away up the third base line, and the count is even on Rodriguez. And 1 ball and 1 strike. Julio was really on a nice roll prior to the injury that put him on the shelf for a handful of days. He has hit safely in 7 of his last 8 games for an average of .393 with 4 home runs and 6 runs batted in. He's hit safely in 7 of 8. Here's the stretch by Acevedo. And the right-hander's 1-1 on the way to Julio. Swing, little tapper, right back to the mound, and it gets on by Acevedo to the second baseman, Kemp. No play, no throw. What a break for the Mariners. Acevedo was on the front slope of the mound, could not get down far enough to get to it. It gets underneath the glove of Acevedo, and Julio is safe at first base. He took a mighty cut. The ball flattened out on Acevedo, and Rodriguez gets aboard, and the Mariners have the tying run on at first base. The ball had a funny bounce as it hit on the front slope of the mound and got away from Acevedo. Here is Ty France. Now the go-ahead run is at the plate. Ty with 20 home runs on the year and 77 runs batted in. Here's the stretch. And the pitch on the way to Ty. Low and outside with a slider at 87 miles an hour. Ball 1. And that is going to be an infield base hit for Julio Rodriguez. As that ball kicked away from Acevedo. Here's the stretch. Julio lead. Pitch to Ty. Strike on the inside corner. The count is even. And 1 ball and 1 strike. That ball did take a funny hop as we looked at the replay. Away from Acevedo. Right-hander Paul Sewald warming up down in the Mariners bullpen down the right field line. Looking for a Mariners comeback. Acevedo ready. Julio a lead. Here's the stretch. And the pitch on the way to France. Swinging a ground ball foul on the third base side. And the count is 1-2 on Ty. France hit the ball hard his last time up, but lined out to Christian Pache in straightaway center field. Both teams scoring late in the ball game. The A's with 2 in the bottom half of the 7th inning. And the Mariners are running the top of the 8th on a Luis Trenz pinch hit home run. Now the set by Acevedo. And a toss over to first base, and Julio diving back to the bag safely. Mariners have done this many times before, many times this year, many times last year. The Mariners won 33 games last year, decided by 1 run. They have 30-plus come-from-behind wins on the year, looking for another one tonight here in Oakland. Rodriguez in lead. Here's the stretch. And now the 1-2 pitch on the way to Ty. Swinging a ground ball to short. Allen has it over to second for 1. Kemp's relay to first, and it's in time for the double play. And the Mariners have 2 outs here in the top of the 9th inning. A tailor-made double play, 6-4-3. They get Julio at second and double up France at first base. And now the Mariners are down to their final out, and here is Mitch Haniger. Haniger, the Mariners' final hope. He is 1 for 3, had a base hit way back in the first inning. Both teams have played some pretty good defense. Here's Mitch, looking to get on board any way he can, or tie up the game with 1 swing of the bat. Here's the pitch on the way. Slider is low for ball 1. Haniger with 7 home runs on the season. Man, a great spot right here for number 8. Mariners a home run tonight. Last inning off the bat of Luis Torrens, just up from Tacoma. Acevedo looks in. Here's the stretch and the 1-0 pitch to Haniger. And it's low for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. And when you're a veteran guy like Mitch Haniger, you know early in the count in a game like this, down by a run, you're going to take a swing on the house until you get to 2 strikes. Let's see what Mitch does right here with a 2-0 fastball on the way. And it's not a fastball, but it's a slider low and outside for ball 3. 3-0 the count. He was looking for the fastball, didn't get it, and he took it, and the count is now 3-0. And let's see if Mitch has the green light right here to tie it up. Carlos Santana had the green light a few days ago in Anaheim. Here's the pitch on the way, and it's in there for a strike. Barely at the knees with a slider, and might have been ball 4. But Acevedo gets the call. A 3-0 slider. Now the count is 3-1. Carlos Santana due up next. 2 outs, nobody on. And the 3-1 pitch to Mitch. Swing and a ground ball foul on the third base side. And the count is full at 3-2. Now the small crowd here at the Oakland Coliseum. Fans on their feet. Pretty good contingent of Mariner fans down below. We heard them at the start of the ball game. 2-1 Oakland, top of the 9th inning. 2 outs, nobody on. The set by Acevedo and the 3-2 on the way to Henniger. Swing and a miss for strike 3. And the ball game is over. The A's win it tonight. A final score of 2-1, and the A's have won the opening 2 games of this 3-game series. The Mariners still looking for some offense. Only 1 run last night and only 1 run tonight, and that came on the long ball, the home run by Luis Torrens late in the game in the top of the 8th inning. The A's win it, a final score of 2-1. Mariners now with a record of 81 and 67 on the year. They had a chance to gain some ground in the wild card race. Oakland now with a record of 55 and 94. Once again, the final, the A's 2 and the Mariners 1. We'll be back with the totals and a whole lot more from the Oakland Coliseum right after this timeout.
Geico presents Daily Affirmations.
Repeat after me. Our thoughts are like the ocean.
Our thoughts are like the ocean.
Our thoughts create our reality.
Our thoughts create our reality.
We're thinking Geico offers claim service 24/7 with personalized attention from an assigned team.
Geico offers claim service? I wasn't thinking that.
We think it and it becomes our reality.
So, what about washboard abs?
Just give it a go. Think really hard.
Okay, abs.
Yeah, keep thinking.
To manifest more Geico in your life, go to geico.com.
Interest rates, while rising, are still at historic lows. If you're finally ready to buy your first home, refinance, or are interested in a home equity line of credit, hit a home run with Home Street Bank. Our loan officers are known for their high-touch, knowledgeable service. And at Home Street, we've gone 100% digital, making the entire loan process easy and safe for you. Learn more at homestreet.com/baseball. homestreet.com/baseball. Reach out to us today. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, all loans subject to approval.
Raise a glass to the brand new Mariners Bar League. Your chance to watch Mariners baseball with fellow fans over a cold one all season long at locations throughout the Pacific Northwest. See the full list of Mariners Bar League members at mariners.com/bar league.
Yes! You know, you did promise you'd drive once you stopped getting coverage to follow baseball.
Huh? Oh, yeah. No, I have T-Mobile, so I've had 5G coverage since we got on the highway.
Even way out here?
How was that a strike?
Okay, you're driving the whole way home, dude. Boo. Yeah, boo.
Home or away and nearly everywhere in between. Get the best 5G coverage in the game with T-Mobile, the network with more 5G bars in more places. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
Welcome back to Oakland Coliseum as the Mariners lose to the A's 2-1, the final score. That's your Home Street Bank score.
Get ready for Chicago Gourmet. This September 22nd through 25th, Chicago Gourmet is creating a stir with a weekend of spirited events, serving up delicious food, premium wines, spirits, and beer. Join world-class chefs Rick Bayless, Stephanie Izard, Danielle Boulou, Sarah Gruenberg, and more for gourmet fun on the Harris Theater rooftop at Millennium Park. Tickets will sell out. Get yours today at ChicagoGourmet.org. From the Illinois Restaurant Association, Southern Glazers Wine and Spirits, and Choose Chicago.
Just like us at Bears Radio, our friends at Office Revolution really get the game. They furnished a global sports marketing agency in Fulton Market that won Crane's coolest offices. They know work is not just about conference rooms. This space has leather couches, bar stools by the tap, and even stadium seating for brainstorming great plays. Office Revolution knows your office represents your culture, brand, and should be a space where the team wants to work. Visit office-revolution.com to see what they can do.
Looking for cloud, data, or web help? There's no tech shortage in the room. The Room is a talent community offering highly skilled, ready-to-work talent when you need it. The Room's tech talent is trained to Silicon Valley standards, vetted through a rigorous data-driven process, and individually matched to fit your needs. Find top-tier tech talent fast, just like the kind of people who developed this cool streaming app you're on right now. Visit trytheroom.com/tech.
The listening you love is on the free Odyssey app. Your trusted local radio stations, coverage of your favorite teams, live news from your hometown, and millions of podcasts on demand. Best of all, you can completely customize your listening experience. Follow topics you care about, like leagues and teams. Pause or rewind your local sports and news, and add shows to your queue to catch up later. There's a lot to listen to, so get started and download the free Odyssey app today.
Odyssey knows that football fans can't get enough football. That's why we've got nonstop football coverage on the free Odyssey app. Podcasts and live shows dedicated to every pro team. NFL play-by-play and enough game talk for the most diehard fans. Local radio stations talking football, interviews with star players and coaches, and football fans being fans.
What kind of play calling was that?
Listen to everything you love about football, live and on demand with the free Odyssey app. Get in the game and download today.
You know those headlines that make you stop scrolling and actually read an article? I'm Mike Rogers. Those are the kinds of stories I'm diving into on my podcast, Something Offbeat, like the caterpillar infestation in Maine that had us rethinking our relationship with insects.
We were talking about a time 300 million years ago, if you can imagine. There was a dragonfly. It had a 2-foot wingspan.
Just search for Something Offbeat in the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
This is the story of a very special woman. Just a few knew about her superpowers. In a matter of seconds, she turned herself into a great mathematician. She masqueraded as a regular person at work, but as a superhero at home. Everyone knows her as Gabriella. I still call her Mom.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need to help, complete with tips and resources at aarp.org/caregiving. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
If a natural disaster comes knocking, how prepared is your family? You can't just close the door on earthquakes, floods, or hurricanes and hope they go away. That's why it's important to make a plan now. Ready.gov/plan has the tools and tips you need to prepare your family for an emergency. So if disaster shows up at your doorstep, you'll be ready. Visit ready.gov/plan and make a plan today. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Everyone, Al Roker here. As a guy with his own catchphrase, I appreciate that Smokey's only said,
Only you can prevent wildfires.
but I'm filling in because there's a lot more to report. Like when there are parched or windy conditions out there, you gotta be extra careful with things like burning yard waste. After all, wildfires can start anywhere, even in your neck of the woods. Go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Come into Bell Tire today, and you'll get the lowest tire price, period. Like up to $150 off a set of 4 tires with brand names like Michelin, BF Goodrich, and Goodyear. You'll also get a guy who will give you free lifetime flat repairs, tire rotations, and alignment checks. Get up to $150 off a set of 4 tires, plus more free services, more out of your tires, and more for your money. It's how we make the lowest tire price feel even lower at Bell Tire. See store at belltire.com for details and offer expiration.
Oakland wins. They've taken the series. 2-1 the final score tonight from the Coliseum as we take a look at the box score. Caprilli